So far, Season 5 has gone about as well as it could have to start here for the Portland Trailblazers, who currently sit at 19-3, the second best record up to this point in the NBA. Obviously, it's early and things can change, but we've played really well to start the year. We're going to get through pretty much all of December today, and we'll see if the Blazers can continue their great start to the year. The only team ahead of us is the Sacramento Kings, who are 19-2, with one of those two losses coming against us. Sacramento has outscored their opponents by close to 30 points per game and have won 11 in a row. We'll get to play the Kings again this episode, so we'll see if we can beat them a second time. The Western Conference does lack the depth that it had last year, and the biggest surprise, I would say, is Utah. At 7-16, I thought they would be one of, if not our biggest threats in this conference, but instead they've been one of the worst teams in the West up to this point. As for the East, it's Detroit who has the best record, but Toronto currently has the best point differential. In terms of our individual play, as we've kind of talked about throughout the year, nobody has really stepped up as the true alpha scorer, although I will say Darius Springer has taken another leap to his overall game. I don't even think the discussion with him is about All-Star anymore. It's about All-NBA and possibly even beyond that if he continues to play this well. We've had some injuries early in the year, in particular Ochai Agbaji, but everybody's healthy. We have no injuries right now. Will that stick? As we simulate to this matchup here against the Kings, we've got 5 games, and I think we should do pretty well here. None of these teams are all that great. The Sonics, Pacers, Mavericks, and Pelicans are all play-in level teams, so ideally, at the worst, I would like to think this team can go 4-1. Well, the injury bug is coming. Day'Ron Sharpe hurts his knee. He's out for a week or two. Khalil Griffin, severe left ankle sprain. He's out 2 to 4 weeks. That's obviously a big deal, and it's unfortunate for Griffin, who's already missed a little bit of time this year with a neck injury, and he's been remarkable this year. Look at the efficiencies. Griffin had only missed 3 games in his first 2 NBA seasons. Ochai Agbaji will start for him at the 3. When Griffin was hurt earlier in the year, we had the rookie Caleb Marsh start, but that's when Agbaji was injured, and I just trust Ochai a little bit more. The Hornets offer us a deal here, and this one is really fascinating. Kristaps Porzingis and Ashton Wisham for Anthony Davis and Grady Dick. I was intrigued by it until I saw AD's shooting percentages. My God, those are awful. I get Porzingis has his limitations, but being how bad Anthony Davis has been offensively, this does not look like a good deal for us, and I don't think it makes much sense for Charlotte. Grady Dick is really their only good depth piece. Their bench strongly lacks. I think it makes more sense to have a guy like Ashton Wisham for our team as opposed to Charlotte. The injuries are going to keep on piling up. Now it's Zay Logan with a strained right hip. He can play through it, but here in the month of December, I don't really see a point, and he's going to be out for around 4 to 6 weeks. Both Griffin and Logan are probably going to lean towards missing that 4-week mark, so Logan's injury is going to be a little bit shorter than expected, and Griffin's, I think, is going to be a little longer. Despite that, though, we still go 4-1, including this game against the Sonics, where Scoot had 39-16, my lord. Zay Logan as well, passed his career high, which he had just set in the last episode against the Milwaukee Bucks. One-ups himself with 31, and obviously got injured a few games later. We did lose to the Pelicans, ending our win streak, but we got back against the Clippers with a 45-point, 16-rebound, 8-assist, 4-steal, and 3-block game from Darius Springer. That's 1 point off from his career high, and Springer's been unbelievable so far in December. And we also got a Scoot Henderson triple-double, 18, 13, and 10. So that brings us here into our next game against the Kings. But beforehand, we have to talk about Ochai Agbaji. He has not been good through the first 10 games of the year. He's shooting under 35% from the field, 30% from 3. In his 10 games this year, he has not shot over 50% once. He went 2 for 15 against the Pelicans, pretty much single-handedly losing us that game. And because of that, we demoted him to the bench against the Clippers. We had Zay Logan start that game. He got injured. So now Caleb Marsh will start at the 3 for the time being, and Agbaji will come off the bench. I am a little bit concerned for Agbaji, though, because he's missed so many games with injury over the last 2 years, and now he's finally healthy, but has forgotten how to play basketball. Let's take a look at the Kings, who have actually gone on a little bit of a cold streak. They only lost 3 of their first 24 games of the year, but since then they've lost 3 in a row. Like us, they've been hit by the injury bug with some of their role players. Jaden McDaniels and Kamari White are both out, so both teams are going to be without key wings today. No McDaniels and White for Sacramento, no Griffin and Logan for Portland. I would say our losses are probably a bigger deal because of how good Khalil Griffin is. But still, both teams are missing two really important wings for their squads. And obviously, all four of those players are highly impactful on both ends of the floor. Should be a fun second matchup between these two teams. The Blazers won the first one during the first week of the year, 115-106. And with the 20-second shot clock, that's about as low scoring of the game as you'll find. Both teams play great defense, and it really looked like a playoff game, which is obviously fitting, being that we saw these two teams play against each other last year in the Western Conference Finals. And if all holds up this year, I wouldn't be surprised if we got a rematch in the Western Conference Finals. But again, we're in December. It's too early to tell. Joel Embiid and Kristaps Porzingis will meet for the tip. It'll go to Porzingis, and we are underway here in Sacramento. The Blazers and the Kings, the two best teams in the NBA, square off once again. Darius Springer looks for the screen. He gets it and fires the triple. And Darius Springer's on the board first. Jaden Prospero with it. He's become one of the best passers in the league. Gets it to Cone, out to Amel Wright, and he knocks down the three. And Mel Wright is so good whenever he plays against Portland. His ability to create his own shot is special. Springer on the drive, gets it in the corner for the rookie, Caleb Marsh, who's making another start, and Marsh continues his very productive inaugural season. Nice pass inside for Sharp. He misses. Porzingis with the rebound. Layup is good, and the foul. And one for Kristaps Porzingis, and both offenses are off to a flying start as Wright turns it over. Scoot Henderson with the steal. On the other end, takes it himself, and he's blocked at the rim. Gets his own rebound back, though. Out to Sharp. He connects with Darius Springer. Gets Porzingis with the mismatch, guarded by Prospero. Wright comes in to help, but it won't matter because Porzingis has about 12 inches on both of them. Pause. No diddy. 11-9 now. Springer off the screen again. Deep three. It's good! And the Blazers start the game 3 for 3 from beyond the arc. It's 14-9. And now Wright looking for the screen. He gets it inside for the big man, Joel Embiid, who misses. Good defense by Porzingis. Springer with the rebound. He gets it over to Caleb Marsh, the rookie. Thinks about the shot. Instead, drives in and throws it down. Midnight Hopkins played the best defense he could there, but it doesn't matter as Caleb Marsh sends one down the hammer. 16-11. Scoot on the drive. No good. Porzingis with the rebound, and he gets another putback. Quick start for Kristaps. He's already got 7. As it's 18-11. The big man, Alfie Cone, brings it up. Guarded by Springer. He gets it to Prospero, who lobs it up for the big man. That was Midnight Hopkins with the throwdown. Marsh's floater off the mark. Good defense by Hopkins. The Kings finally with a good defensive possession. And on the other end, Wright misses the three, but Cone is there with the offensive rebound and the easy putback over the much shorter Shaedon Sharp. 20-17 now. Prospero with it on the wing, looking to get by Scoot. Gets some space, and despite the contest from Marsh, ties it with a triple, and we're knotted up at 20. Clint Capella with the mismatch. He gets it out to Cone with a haymaker from Springer. He still hits the three. Springer wanted to help down low. Quickly gets back out to the perimeter, but it doesn't matter. With the Kings wrapping up a 10-0 run as that one is tipped away and stolen. Springer got a hand on it. Out to Anthony. He gets it to Abaji. Inside for Darius Springer, who's already in the double figures. He's got 10. 24-23. Portland ahead with 2.5 to go in the quarter. Prospero with too much space. Scoot Henderson caught leaning as Jaden Prospero hits another three. Portland looks to respond as Abaji gets it out to Cole Anthony, looking for a pick and pop. Anthony on the drive. He's got Springer, and the lefty connects on another one from deep. His third triple at the quarter. 27-26. Prospero, what a move on Scoot Henderson for the dunk. He literally had Scoot Henderson frozen. And that's not me not moving Scoot. He was literally frozen. He could not move. Cole Anthony on the drive. Layup is good. And one. Capella with the foul. This game has been so fast-paced. Both offenses are roaring down the floor as Anthony does the Nick Young. Misses the free throw. Kings now with it in transition. Hopkins to Mitchell in the corner. Right. Double covered. Doesn't matter. He connects on the corner three to have Sacramento ahead by 2. Right with it now on the drive. He's blocked by Darius Springer. On the fast break. Springer guarded by Wright. That's a mismatch, but he's blocked at the rim. Clint Capella with the denial. And on the other end, Devion Mitchell misses. Capella with the rebound. He gets the putback slam. 31-37 now. Sacramento adding to their lead. Wisham had a wide open basket inside that he should have taken. Instead, it's Scoot Henderson at the buzzer. No good, and that'll wrap up the first. Both offenses are just flying up and down the floor. The Kings lead 37-31. Both offenses have been great so far, but Portland's did slow down a little bit as we move into the second. Off the miss by Hawkins, another putback for Clint Capella, and he is the Kings up by 8, biggest lead of the day. Here's Shaedon Sharpe on the wing after just running cardio in the first. Step back, 3-ball, it's good! Shaedon Sharpe connects on the triple. 39-34 now. Davion Mitchell gets it to Hawkins, over to Amel Wright. He goes inside for Slide, and Darius Slide is there with the reverse slam. 36-41. Slide back with it, guarded by Caleb Marsh. Slide with a nice move. Pump fake, floater is good. And Darius Slide, the former second rounder, with back-to-back buckets. 45-40. Here comes Darius Springer off the dribble. Hits another three. Portland's gone cold from deep after starting 3 for 3. They've only made 2 since then, both of which by Springer. As Paulo Cone is in with the layup, gets the foul, and one. Kings back ahead. 50-48 now. Cone on the wing, gets it over to Prospero. Lobs it up, and the throwdown will fall for Capella, who's been really good for Sacramento so far. Hopkins with it in the corner. Prospero, 3-ball, off the mark. Springer with the rebound. Portland looks to run the floor quickly. Sharpe from the parking lot. Bang! Long-range shot for Shaedon Sharpe. He's got 12, all of which have come here in the second. Scoot Henderson thinks about the shot, won't take it. Out to Springer on the drive. Springer gets the layup. Darius Springer looks so advanced as a scorer this year, taking so many more tough shots, and they're all falling. Sharpe, contested layup, no good. Nice defense by the Kings, but Sharpe rips it away, gets it back, over to Wisham with the slam. And on the play, it looked like Capella got injured. That's ultimately how he lost the ball. Not good news for the Kings as Prospero hits the jumper. That'll put him back ahead. 58-57. Portland wasting no time, though. Cole Anthony has it tipped away and stolen by Prospero. On the other end, Jaden Prospero is blocked by Sharpe. What a play! Sharpe now to Anthony, to Abaji with the throwdown. The best offense is good defense. Great job by Sharpe with the block, and on the other end, it's Ochai Abaji with the finish. 59-58. This has been quite the game so far. Hopkins off the screen, and 1-3! It's a 4-point play if he makes the free throw. Number 1 rule of defense, don't foul the jump shooter. Number 2 rule, don't let him make it. And Ochai fails both rules as Shaedon Sharpe hits the step back midi. That'll put Portland back ahead. Hopkins for 3, end the lead, no good. Porzingis with the rebound. Blazers looking to run the floor quickly. He gets it out to Sharpe on the drive. Mama! There goes that man! Shaedon Sharpe with the dunk heard around the world. Oh my Lord! You can call Shaedon Sharpe the priest because he just baptized Midnight Hopkins. As the kids say, he caught a body. Looking like a sorority girl on a Wednesday night, catching bodies left and right. Oh my Lord! Shaedon Sharpe just murdered that man. He had a family. Well, not anymore, he doesn't. What a play for Shaedon Sharpe to put Portland ahead by 3. Let's get one more look. Just a brutal poster by Shaedon Sharpe. The dunk of the year. And that'll put the Blazers up by 3. 67-64 with 40 to go in the half. Prospero on the drive gets it to Embiid for 3. And a quick momentum boost for Sacramento. We're now tied at 67. Sharpe back with it. In with another slam. Hopkins did not want to play any defense there after getting humiliated on the last possession. So now the Blazers are back up by 2. Another opportunity for Sacramento. Prospero on the drive. Layup is good. And guys, look at the scoreboard. Nice. 69-69. Abaji in the corner out to Shaedon Sharpe for 3. Sharpe with 21 points, all of which have come in the second quarter. 72-69 now. Prospero inside for Embiid. Layup is good. We are within 1 with around a second to go here in the half. Porzingis looks to send it the length of the floor for Sharpe, and his pass is overthrown. You can call him Zach Wilson. at the buzzer for the lead, no good, and the Blazers are up 72-71. What a start to this game. An unbelievably fun first half of basketball. And I think the biggest conclusion we can make out of this start so far is that, yeah, these are the two best teams in basketball. Darius Springer with 19 and 7. Of course, Shaedon Sharpe with 21, all of which were in the second quarter. Neither team has been all that efficient. They're just running down the floor like a track meet on offense. Wright misses the three. On the other possession, Sharpe knocks that one down for the lead off the assist by Springer. 77-75. Porzingis out to Scoot Henderson. Scoot looking for some room. Gets the screen. Shot clock winding down. Fade away. Bang! Big three for Scoot Henderson. Portland's up by 5. Marsh inside for Springer on the drive. Springer now doubled. Doesn't matter. He's able to get out of it and has the one-on-one matchup with the guard in which he's able to use his size to make the hook shot. Lob is intercepted by Caleb Marsh. On the other end, he gets it over to Scoot Henderson. Weaving his way through the defense, makes the layup, and the Trailblazers take their biggest lead of the day at 9. I was curious to see which offense is going to slow down first in the second half, and so far it's Sacramento. They need a basket pretty badly, and they'll get one here from Amel Wright. 84-77 now. Wright with it. Hands it off for Embiid. Looking for the screen, he's got Hopkins on the drive, and Midnight Hopkins gets the dunk. 5-point game. Hopkins hands it off for Jaden Prospero. Looking to get somebody open with 7 to go on the shot clock, but instead he lobs it up for Hopkins right in front of Shaedon Sharpe, trying to get revenge, but Sharpe already went midnight on Hopkins earlier. Prospero heaves up a prayer. It is not answered. And now here comes Portland up the floor quickly. Springer looking for another three. He's got it. Darius Springer really went from one of the worst three-point shooters in the league to honestly one of the best during the duration of his rookie contract, as Wright makes the layup. It's a 4-point game. The Kings continuing to hang around. 87-83. Davion Mitchell gets it over to Prospero, looking for some room on the drive. The feed to Embiid, who connects on the top of the key three. Kings now have it within 1. Malachi Suleiman with it. He gets it over to Caleb Marsh. Looks to drive in. Marsh, layup, and the foul, and 1. Hopkins tramples him inside, complaining about the call. I don't know what there is to bicker about, and it's 90-86. Hopkins with a quick response, though, as he dunks over Caleb Marsh, and the lead is within 2. Hopkins with a few big dunks since his embarrassing moment in the second. Prospero for the lead. He hits on the three. Portland again trying to double the ball handler. They thought they were going to have Prospero essentially double-teamed, and he kind of was, but he still made it. Marsh, no good, but Ashton Wisham is there with the offensive rebound and the putback. Blazers up by 3, 94-91, with 2 to go in the third. Abaji tries to come inside, no good. Somebody's injured, and it's Joel Embiid. That's not good news for the Kings because Embiid was already banged up coming into this game. He had hurt his hip earlier in the year, the same injury he had last season in the playoffs, and he re-aggravates it. Following possession, the Kings tie it off of a Davion Mitchell triple. 94-94. Springer kind of throws it off the backboard. No good. Nice defense by the Kings. Here comes Prospero now on the drive, guarded by Anthony. And Jaden Prospero gets that one to go through. And the Kings, who were down by 9 earlier in the quarter, now take the lead. Mitchell inside for Prospero. No good. Ball is tipped. Gets the rebound out to Wright. And 1-3. Again, don't foul the jump shooter. And for goddamn sake, don't let him make the shot. It's now a 10-point game all of a sudden. The Kings have gone on a rampage over the last few minutes. Springer's pass is tipped and intercepted. That'll end the third quarter. What started off as a really good quarter, we brought the halftime lead from 1 all the way to 9. And that lead has evaporated and then some. Not only is Sacramento up, but they're up by double digits. Their biggest lead of the day, and Portland's got to respond. They've got to get something going on offense. And that's a good way to start. Shaedon Sharpe with the dunk off the inbound. And so that'll make it an 8-point game. But the lead is now back up to 10. Here's Hopkins with it on the drive. Pump fake. Heaves it up. It's good with the foul. And 1 for Midnight Hopkins. The lead for a short time was at 12. Now it's back to 10. Mitchell goes inside for Cone, who slams it home over Darius Springer. The lead is back up to 12. Scoot Henderson at the top of the key, hoping to get somebody with a screen. It's Darius Springer, and he connects on another one. His 5th 3 of the game, and the lead is within single digits. Springer now at 31-10, as it's a lob for Hopkins. And the Trailblazers call time Sacramento up 112-101 with 8 to go. Porzingis sets the screen. Scoot Henderson looking for a little pick and roll as Kristaps Porzingis is there with the dunk. Springer looks to back down on Mitchell, and that ball is snatched out of the air by Capella. Now it's Hopkins with it. Layup is good. I feel like Midnight Hopkins has gone on a full revenge tour. Ever since he got postered, he has played really well. 11-point game. Springer trying to get open. Not a lot of time left on the shot clock. Gets by Cone and sends it home. Darius Springer is so gifted offensively. I feel like he's really learned how to weave his way through defenders with and without the ball this offseason. Shaedon Sharpe on the drive. He's fouled, and it will rattle in. And one for Shaedon Sharpe. It's Embiid with the foul, and Portland brings the lead down to 5. But they leave Mitchell open in the corner, and he gets 3 right back for Sacramento. 117-109. Mitchell up the floor, out to Amel Wright. Bang! Right when Portland was starting to get some momentum, the Kings hit back-to-back threes. They're right back up by 11. Here's Scoot Henderson on the drive. Takes it himself. He was looking for the pick and roll with Porzingis, but if nobody's going to guard the paint, he'll do it instead. 9-point game. Springer is doubled. Somebody's going to be open. It's Ochai Agbaji! And the lead is within 6. 120-114. Here's Amel Wright with it. Gets the screen from Embiid. Pushes Agbaji out of the way. No foul as Amel Wright hits the 3. Portland's got to start their rally. They're down by 7. Time is ticking. Porzingis, Scoot, wide open, bang! The lead is within 4. Here comes Cone with it. Pump fake. Apollo Cone is no good. Nice defense by Porzingis. Quickly running the floor. It's Darius Springer inside for Ashton Wisham, who gets the slam, and now we are within 2. 123-121. Portland looking to pull off the comeback. Here's Hopkins, open 3. Bang! Big 3 for the Kings. And they're up by 5. Following possession, Prospero heaves it up. No good. Big miss. Portland looks to, again, run the floor quickly. Scoot Henderson, open 3. He hits another! That was Springer with the assist, and we're back within 2 with a minute to go. Prospero to right. Pump fake. Right with room. Bang! Amel Wright is that guy. Portland is in takeover mode, but they've got to move fast, being down by 5. Springer goes for the slam! And it's a 1-score game, so Portland goes for the quick 2. They will get a stop on defense, and now have it back with a chance to tie it or bring it within 1. Here is Scoot Henderson looking for the screen from Porzingis. It's a pick and pop. Quick closeout from Prospero. Porzingis is now doubled. He's got Marsh, the rookie, open for the tie. No good, but Springer's there with the rebound, and Darius Springer gets the putback. 37, 13, and 7 for Springer, and now it's time to foul as Jaden Prospero is fouled by Scoot Henderson, and off the following inbound, of course, it's Amel Wright going to the line to shoot 2. He makes the first one. It's a 2-point game, and the second is good as well. So with 13.8 seconds left, the Trailblazers will call time, and now the question is, what's the plan? Do you go for the quick 2? Do you go for the quick 3? Or do you hold and look to tie? I think this is the 5 we're going to roll with. Between Agbaji and Marsh, neither of them are going to be holding the ball really at all in the possession unless they're open in the corner for a 3. And between the 2 of them, I trust Ochai Agbaji more as a shooter off the catch, so he's going to be the 5th guy we have in. I want to have a ton of spacing. Ideally, I want to get a look from 3. I'm not sure how realistic it's going to be to go for a quick 2, foul, go for another shot. I would rather go for the 3 now, whether it's early in the possession or later, so I want to have the floor spaced. All 5 guys in the game are a threat to shoot from deep, so if anybody gets open, we'll not be afraid to pass them the ball. Scoot Henderson has it with 12 to go. Looking for the screen from Porzingis. It's going to be a pick and pop. Porzingis is not open. Good closeout by Prospero. There's 4 seconds left. They've got to shoot it. Shaedon Sharpe heaves it up for the tie. No good! And Sacramento hangs on to beat the Blazers 131-128. A flawless final possession defensively by the Kings. They were not worried about giving up a 2 because they knew they'd go back to the line and still have an opportunity to shoot and get another defensive possession. They were so focused on the 3, making sure all of the help defense went to the perimeter. Amel Wright with 29 points leads the way. Their top 4 scorers combining for 99. 25 and 11 for Prospero. 25, 8, and 1 murder from Midnight Hopkins And then 20 points for Apollo Cone. Embiid was quiet, albeit he was also injured. Capella was not quiet, though. He had 18 rebounds. As for the Blazers, Darius Springer was electric. 37, 13, and 7, but unfortunately not enough to lead us to the win. 30 for Shaedon Sharpe, 21 of which came in the second quarter alone. Scoot Henderson had a strong game, 19 and 8. Nobody else really stood out. Nobody else really played poorly, though. I feel like we played a good game. It's just that we played against the Sacramento team who's just as good as us. We shot the ball well. Defensively, it wasn't perfect, but again, we're playing the Kings. They have so many guys who can score the ball, and this is just what happens when you have the two best teams in the league facing off. You're going to have a dogfight. Somebody has to lose, and unfortunately, that's us. And with that, the Kings end their 3-game losing streak, and they're now within a game of us in the conference. We're going to simulate our next 3. I wanted to play on Christmas. Take a look at the new expansion team, the Las Vegas Venom. So we'll play against the Bulls, the Nuggets, and the Venom, and we win all 3. Albeit, all 3 games were a little closer than they should have been. The Bulls are really the only good team of that group. We won by 6. Ochai with a casual 41 points. Where did this come from after his slow start to the year? He's picked it up, and then some. He's even shot well over the last 2 games, really rebounding after his benching. Caleb Marsh with a double-double, but he also had some not-so-good shooting performances, including 1 for 11 in the win against the Venom. The Kings have lost a couple more games, so we're still ahead in first, while the Venom are in last place. I also want to point out that Darius Springer just won the Western Conference Player of the Week. Let's take a look at this matchup here against the Venom, and obviously they have not started off well. They are an expansion team. They signed Damian Lillard in the offseason after 4 seasons with Miami, and Lillard's still putting up the big scoring numbers, albeit his efficiency has gone down, partly because of age. He's 37 now, and also because he has nobody else around him. His second best scorer is Kevin Huerter. Their third leading scorer is Patrick Williams. There's a reason why this team has 7 wins. I'm not really sure why they're playing on Christmas, other than the fact that they're the new team. Some of these Christmas matchups are really weird. Like, how do you have the Wizards playing on Christmas? Even the Nuggets as well. They've lost their entertainment factor since they're not good, and they haven't been good for a couple years. It is worth noting that Ochai Agbaji will be sliding back into the starting lineup, replacing Caleb Marsh with Abaji's surge over the last 3 games. And yes, Ochai has not been good in the starting lineup this year. The shooting percentages are god-awful, but I think it's more of a coincidence than anything else. Ochai Agbaji is going to have more opportunities to be efficient in the starting lineup because he has less on-ball responsibility, and there's 5 good players on the floor who can all shoot the ball, so there's more spacing for him. Along with Lillard, the Venom have Kevin Huerter, Josh Green, Patrick Williams, and Mitchell Robinson rounding out the starting 5. Not exactly the most imposing group. There's a reason why they're like 7 and 24 or whatever. Here comes Darius Springer up the floor here on Christmas. Blows by the defender. He's in with the throwdown, and it's 4-0. Here comes Scoot Henderson over to Darius Springer. Springer gets it over to Scoot, who's in for the layup. Good defense by the Venom, but it won't matter. Slow start offensively for Vegas as Sharpe has his pass tipped and stolen away by Patrick Williams. Looking to take it up the floor himself in transition. He gets it over to Josh Green, the native of Australia, who hits the 3 on the wing. Here comes Scoot Henderson. Jumper, no good. Porzingis flies in with the offensive rebound. He misses, grabs another board. Pump fake out to Springer. 4-3. It's good. Darius Springer connects from beyond the arc. It's 9-5. Shaedon Sharpe on the drive. He's trapped over to Porzingis. He's doubled. Out to Scoot. Open 3. It's good. Scoot Henderson ignites the catapult, and it's 12-5. Sharpe inside for Springer. Gets right by Patrick Williams. He's in for the dunk. And so far through the first 4+ minutes of the game, Springer himself has more points than the Vegas Venom do combined as Agbaji hits the open 3. It's now 17-5. They really do look like an expansion team. Damian Lillard on the drive floats that one up and in. And Dame is finally on the board. It's now 17-7. Here's Day'Ron Sharpe inside for the rookie, Caleb Marsh, who gets the slam. It's now 19-7. Lillard with it, in trouble, has it tipped away and stolen. That was Scoot Henderson, who made the initial play. Springer ends up with it. Back to Scoot, over to Shaedon Sharpe. As a wide-open Caleb Marsh, who makes the layup. Shaedon Sharpe, by the way, 0 points and 4 assists. Very unlike him, but it is the season of giving, right? Damian Lillard with his first 3 of the game, now 25-12. Pass is tipped. Sharp ends up with it. Out to Caleb Marsh. Marsh on the drive with a dime for Shaedon Sharpe, who is there with the slam, and it's now 27-12, a blowout early here on Christmas. Springer finds a cutting Marsh, who's off to a hot start with 6 points, and it's now 29-12 as Sharpe goes flying, but he gets the steal anyway. Out to Shaedon Sharpe, no relation. Sharpe connects with Sharpe, he's doubled. Marsh, Springer, 3, it's good! Doubling Day'Ron Sharpe and leaving Darius Springer wide open is a strategy. It's not a good one, but it is a strategy. Pass is stolen away by Blake Wesley. Out to the rookie out of Georgetown, Zaylen Moon. He goes inside for Grant Williams. Back to Moon for the layup. And it's 32, now 34-14. Kevin Huerter looks for Moon on the screen. Back to Huerter. Has trouble reeling it in, but Portland can't get back to cover him at the top of the key as he hits the 3. 34-17. Wisham in the corner. Out to Sharpe. Pump fake. Sharpe on the drive. Gets it over to Marsh. His 2 is good. And Caleb Marsh has got 8 points on 4 of 4 shooting here in the first quarter. And that'll wrap things up here in quarter number 1. Oh my, he almost made it. It has not been a pretty start for the Las Vegas Venom as they trail 36-17. Darius Springer has, I think, the exact same amount of points as the entire Venom team does combined. And we'll move into the second. Here's Ochai. Backs down on the defender. No good. Grabs his own rebound. And Abaji is there with the putback. And after his slow start to the year, Ochai has looked much better. And it seems like our concerns for him have certainly boiled over a little bit. As Damian Lillard hits another 3. Can't leave Dame time wide open. He's still got a sniper rifle from beyond the arc. Caleb Marsh on the drive. He's now got 13 points. And he has not missed 6 of 6. Albeit he is 1 for 2 at the line. Lillard, tough shot. Makes another. I have to imagine Lillard's going to be a hot commodity at the trade deadline, being that this Vegas team is not contending. Marsh, fake, out to Abaji on the drive. Layup is good! Nice move by Abaji to swindle his way through multiple defenders. 48-25, Lillard a fadeaway, hits a long triple, and that'll cut the lead down to 20. Lillard back with it on the drive, gets it inside for Grant Williams. He's fouled. And 1, it's Porzingis called with the play. And the Venom offense has been so much better from the first quarter to the second quarter. And the reason is this guy, letter O. Damian Lillard with another 3. He's got 17 and is in takeover mode. Why stop now? Lillard, another 3. It's good. Getting some help with the moving screen, might I add, by Patrick Williams. As it's 56-39. Lillard with it again. Looking to make another play. Scoot Henderson has not had a fun afternoon. Whoop! Beyblade, Beyblade, let her rip! Lillard hits another 3 as Scoot Henderson goes flying. He looks like a character who slipped on like a Mario banana and just proceeds to do a 360 on the ground. That is filthy. Even at 37 years old, Damian Lillard has clearly still got it. So the lead now sits at 14, 56-42. Porzingis fake inside for Abaji, who makes a nice grab and a nice poster slam. And it's a 16-point game. Marsh out to Sharpe. Tough 3 is good off the back iron. And the lead is back up to 19. Only 5 points so far for Shaedon, but he's been very unselfish passing the ball today. Here's Lillard, another 3. And this dude just will not miss. He single-handedly is carrying the Venom offense. Sharpe gets it over to Springer. He's got 19 of his own, looking for the screen. Springer, fadeaway 3, buries it. 21 points in the first half for Darius Springer, as Cole Anthony has it trapped inside. No good. Gets the rebound over Mitchell Robinson, and now has Springer with the mismatch on Huerter. He's doubled, but it doesn't matter. Double the trouble, double the fun, as it's now a 21-point lead with around a minute to go in the half. Here's Lillard with it, guarded by Cole Anthony. That's lunchtime for Damian Lillard as he's in with the layup. 68-49 now. Lillard gets it over to Mitchell Robinson. Wisham's going to just leave him wide open. Baits him on the drive, and it works. Ashton Wisham with the denial. Sharpe, open 3 is good off the assist by Darius Springer. 71-49. Lillard inside. Patrick Williams with the dunk. It is a 20-point lead now. Cole Anthony's going to heave it up from half court, and it rattles out. And that'll do it for the first half. The Trailblazers with 71, and the Las Vegas Fighting Damian Lillards with 51. Lillard has single-handedly been the offense today for Vegas, and he's been really efficient overall. 10 of 15 from the field in the first half. The rest of the Venom team, 9 for 30 from the field, as Lillard has 28 of their 51. He really is a one-man show for this team. Let's move into the second half now. Lillard looking to pick up right back where he left off. He hits another triple. Of course, Damian Lillard tied the record for three-pointers in a game a few years ago against the Blazers when he was with Miami, as Springer chucks it off the side of the backboard and somebody's hurt. It looked like Springer and Lillard were both in the area. I was kind of worried it was one of them. But it's Patrick Williams, who, as you can see, it looks like he hits Springer right before he does the old 1-2 Paul George off the lower part of the backboard. And so Williams is banged up with a hip injury for the Venom. Here is Darius Springer on the drive, makes the layup, guarded by Lillard. Lillard has the unfortunate combo of being old, short, and now slow. And Darius Springer is going to take advantage all day, every day. Lillard can still sling it, though, that's for sure. Makes another three. We are within 16 points. Lillard now with 36. Porzingis draws the double. He's got Scoot Henderson open from deep, and it is a 19-point game. Williams, layup is no good. Agbaji with the rebound. Nice defense. Portland's in team takeover mode. Agbaji with it on the drive. Layup is good. Count it with a foul, and one. Josh Green is called for the foul. It's now 91-67. Minute and a half to go in the third. Springer is there with the dunk. And as much as Damian Lillard has tried to not make this game a blowout, it's not looking good for Las Vegas. They trail by 26. Here's a nice play, though, by the rookie, Jalen Moon, the 6th overall pick, who hits the three. One of the many guys our war room laughed at for having gone above Caleb Marsh. Off the miss, Wisham with the board, out to Sharp, doing twirls in the corner as he hits the three. Great play by Wisham, and a nice job by Sharp to get open and hit the long-range triple. Springer with another slam. The lefty throwdown. 31-10-3 for Springer here on Christmas. Portland looking for 100 before the end of the third. Anthony, whoop! Pump fake, mid-range is good. And Portland has now hit the century mark with a quarter to go. Jalen Moon has it for the Venom. Tries to lob it up. It's tipped away and ends up with Caleb Marsh. Looks to bring it up the floor. Marsh lobs it up. Springer with the slam! The reverse dunk for Darius Springer. It's a 30-point lead for the Blazers, and Las Vegas will look for one more shot. Moon's jumper at the buzzer is no good. And Springer, oh my lord, he's got a cannon. I did not know he could throw like that. There's a team in Las Vegas who could use a guy who can throw the ball that far. So it's a 30-point game. Obviously, it's a blowout. We have this game on wraps. We're going to play a lot of the young guys in the fourth quarter. And ultimately, the fourth quarter ended up mostly being uninteresting. But with around 11 seconds to go, I do want to point this out. Damian Lillard would hit this three. That is his 15th of the game, which is an NBA record, passing himself and Klay Thompson. And at this point, I didn't even know Lillard was even close to that mark. I should have figured it out with how often he has shot the ball and made threes today, but I didn't even know he was chasing the record, and ultimately he ends up getting it. So Lillard breaks the three-point mark against his former team. It won't matter. The Blazers win 125-107. The offense for us was pretty abysmal in the fourth quarter. We had Caleb Marsh in for most of the quarter. I really wanted to get Marsh experience as the lead guard running the offense. He was actually really bad in the fourth quarter, but obviously it doesn't matter. We still won the game. Now, Damian Lillard still at 55, and he wasn't even inefficient. He went 18 of 32 from the field and 15 for 25 from three. He's had some games against us in the series where he's shot, no exaggeration, like 40 three-pointers, but today he was efficient. He wasn't missing. The problem is nobody else for them was any good. As for the Blazers, 35 and 13 for Springer, 21 for Sharp, 19, 6, and 8 for Caleb Marsh. The efficiency I know doesn't look good, and yes, he went 3 for 14 after the first quarter, but still, a lot of those misses came towards the end. 14 for Scoot, 14 for Agbaji, good game for Porzingis, and everybody on the roster ended up getting a bucket, so that's cool. With that, we are 27-5. We're going to simulate these next 2 games, both of which are against the Suns, who, of course, we beat in the second round last year. And we would get some not-so-good news. Broken right thigh for Scoot Henderson. He'll be out 6 to 8 weeks, and it really sucks with how good of a year Scoot Henderson's had, elevating his game as a scorer and as a passer. He's really put it all together, and I really think he would have made the All-Star game for us. He's missed some time over his career, albeit he's never missed 65 games, which is the mark for All-NBA, and that's relevant because I think he's got a chance to make All-NBA, but probably not now with the injury. So I guess it's a good thing we had Caleb Marsh lead the offense for 10 minutes in the fourth quarter against the Venom, because he's going to be the starting point guard through the All-Star break. The Magic want Marsh, and they'll offer us Franz Wagner. Interesting idea, but no, I'm good. We ended up winning both games against the Suns. Keep in mind, Scoot got hurt in the first matchup, so he didn't play in the second one. And it's good to see that the offense didn't really lose a beat in the second game. We're going to be heavily relying on Sharp and Springer to really carry the load, being that of our big 4, they're the only 2 healthy. Springer had 36, 21, and 11, while Sharp had 43 and 9. So the 2 of them combined for nearly 80 points. We had a ton of assists. The passing was still really good. But the big problem without Scoot, the turnovers. 18. Scoot Henderson has averaged a career low this year in turnovers, despite having the ball more than ever with a career high in usage rate, and the fact that the shot clock is less, meaning more possessions. So I'm a little bit worried about our ball security going forward. But nonetheless, I still feel pretty good at 29-5. We still have the best record in the league. The Kings have actually lost a handful of games in a row. They now have 10 losses, and they're now a lot closer to the Spurs. So we now are pretty much all alone in first place. But the question is, will we be able to keep first with Logan and Griffin out for another week or 2? And more importantly, Scoot Henderson done likely through the All-Star break. So how will Caleb Marsh do as the lead guard? Will Shaedon Sharpe and Darius Springer be able to carry the team on their own, at least until Griffin comes back? Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Hope everybody enjoyed. Peace out.